Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing such a fun video. I love doing Amazon videos. I love watching Amazon videos. So that is what I have for you today. I do my videos a little bit differently than I feel like some people do, and rather than like going around and collecting all this stuff, because this is super random and just a ton of different random things, they're like all over my house, and rather than trying to go and run around and collect them and bring them here and show them to you, I kind of like to do it a little bit more where I just kind of like bring you around and kind of show you where they live, how I use them. I feel like it's a little bit easier to kind of get the purpose that they serve sometimes by showing you where they're at. I buy literally everything from Amazon. I feel like most of us do that nowadays, but Amazon Prime is just way too convenient to not take advantage of. So all this stuff is obviously from Amazon Prime. I only buy stuff on Amazon Prime, so should all be there. Of course, if it's not the exact same product that I purchased, I will of course link something very similar for you guys all in the description box. The first thing that I'm actually going to mention, which I actually get quite a bit of questions on, is my like jewelry all over my piercings. So I get all my nose rings on Amazon. I usually get them in a pretty big pack, and I honestly don't lose them that much. I think I've only purchased them like once or twice, and they're so good. This one I've had in my nose for probably like a year now, but I actually also ordered, so I can link both of these, a pack of like colored ones. If you watch some of my older videos, you might have seen me wearing like a black one. I sometimes wear that one. There are some cool colors in there too, like pinks and purples and like greens. So if you're kind of into switching up your jewelry, doing something fun, or maybe like for sports things or like certain occasions where you think it would be cool to like add a little pop of color in your facial jewelry, then those are really cool. And I have never had any issues with the quality or the type of metal. I'm not like overly sensitive to that stuff, but these are really good. They've never irritated my skin or my piercing or anything like that. I've never had a reaction, so I definitely think that these are good quality, and they're super cheap. They come in a huge pack. You'll probably never even have to buy them again. And then actually a lot of my earrings are from Amazon as well, and I have had requests to do like a kind of ear piercing video or like ear jewelry video, so that might be something that I can do in the future. This piercing right here, it's like one of those ones that has a flat back, so it doesn't have like a normal like slide on back. It actually screws on. I think you can see right there. So it's completely flat and it just screws on the back. So the nice thing about that is A, it's nice and flat, so it doesn't like poke into you or anything, but it's also super secure because it's screwed on rather than just like slipping on, so I never have to worry about it falling out. But the pack I bought has either 6 or 8 pairs, well 6 or 8 total, so like I think either 3 or I think 4 pairs. My ears are definitely a little bit sensitive, and I've never had them like get swollen or react or have any kind of like a negative effect from these earrings. Oh, I need to go put my wedding ring on. I just realized that. And then also this little huggy guy right here that just sits right here on the outer like edge of my ear. This comes in a pack of 2, but this has never come out. I've literally had this in here since the day that I put it in here, like 2 years ago. Honestly, I've had this in here for so long. It's never come out. Again, never had like a reaction to it or any kind of infection or anything. These are really nice quality, so I will link these for you guys as well. And actually, while we're talking about it, a lot of my really simple, I obviously don't have studs in today. I have this pair, but I don't have studs in my like normal holes, but I actually get all of my just like really kind of like inexpensive, like, you know, little diamond looking studs off Amazon as well, because you can get a pack and they usually come in like all different sizes. So I love that because then you have a whole bunch of options, and again, you can also use them like in your cartilage piercings if you kind of like switch up the different sizes that you want. I will link a bunch of sets of normal studs, and I will also link my belly button rings. I won't like show you that because I feel like you know what that looks like, but again, good quality metal, have never had a negative reaction. So I will just link all the different like piercing jewelry that I have purchased on Amazon, because that's pretty much the only place that I get it. I'm sorry about the lighting situation. It's kind of gloomy, and I usually use just like natural light, but I don't have a ton of that right now, so if it's not good lighting, I apologize. But we're in my kitchen now, and I have some cool stuff in here to show you guys. So the first thing is literally the #1 thing that I get like the most use out of, I feel like, from literally all my Amazon purchases ever. But this item has like changed my life in the biggest way. And this is called a Hot Logic Mini. Just looks like a regular lunchbox, but the amazing thing about this guy, it's gonna be dirty because I haven't cleaned this in a bit. So when you unzip it, you can see it's like coated in like aluminum or whatever. There is a hot plate like nestled into the bottom of this, so it just sits in the bottom here. It has this cord that actually snakes out from the back so it kind of hides right back here. This is freaking amazing because a lot of places that I have worked don't have microwaves. When I was working in an office, they didn't have a microwave, and my current job, they don't have a microwave. So I was never able to like heat up my leftovers, and I didn't want to be stuck having like something cold like a sandwich or a salad every single day. So this is freaking amazing. It's basically a portable microwave, and you put your Tupperware in here, or if you bring like a frozen meal that's like in a little plastic trays, you can put that in here. You can even just like put like a sandwich wrapped in foil or literally anything in here, plug it in. Like, you can never do it too early, because the nice thing about this is it never burns anything or like overheats. It gets to like a max temperature and then it just stays there. So I usually try to plug this in at least half an hour before I want to eat whatever's in it, but sometimes I'll do it like 3 hours before, and then it'll get super hot, and then it'll just level out and just keep it warm. It will not melt any Tupperware. It will not burn anything. It's never burned anything. Somehow it gets to like this magic temperature where it gets your food really, really hot. Like, I like my food super hot. It gets the food super hot and then just like leaves it there, and you can leave it plugged in for the entire day. This would be really good for like camping if you have an RV. This is amazing. I've literally had this for over 4 years now, so I've had this for a very, very, very long time, and I use it weekly, like at least probably 4 or 5 times a week. It's never died. It's never like lost its juice. It's like simple because it's just black, and it's also doubles as a lunchbox because of course you can carry your food in it in the Tupperware and then just pull the cord out and plug it in when you get wherever you're going. So it's a storage thing, it's a heating thing. It's amazing. I literally get questions about it daily. Like, I've worked with the same people for years, and I still daily, someone will be like, why are you plugging in your lunchbox? It's literally the number one thing I would recommend for anybody to have if you don't have access to a microwave, or if you don't like, I know some people just don't like using microwaves, they're not into a microwave thing. This is basically like a little oven. It's so amazing. I highly recommend. It's pretty cheap. I think it's like 30 or 40 bucks, and like I said, I've had it for over 4 years, so I've definitely got my money's worth. It's reliable, really good quality, and I could not recommend this enough. The next thing I'm going to talk about is like only half in the box here, but this is the coffee bean grinder. I actually got this for my husband, and he really wanted to start using like whole bean coffee and getting kind of like nicer coffees and grinding them. We got this. This is obviously from Amazon, and it has like the best reviews of any Amazon product just about ever that I've seen. It has so many reviews. They're all amazing. It's really affordable. It's under $20, I believe, or around $20. So really, really good price, and we really liked it. I'll take it out of the box. The brand is Krups, and I guess it's a spice grinder too. It doubles. I mean, it can grind anything. It's pretty small. I think they only have the one color, but it's fairly easy to use. Yeah, there's coffee grind still in here. Yeah. Oh, it works really well. It's been like very reliable. We've had it for a little while. Super easy to use. You literally just put the lid on and press this once you plug it in. Like, there's not a whole lot of like buttons or anything complicated about it. It's like the simplest thing ever. All the reviews are amazing, so I feel like you cannot go wrong with that. And then while we're talking coffee, I figured I would mention this. I use coffee syrup literally every single day in my coffee. I like can't drink coffee without some kind of flavored syrup. So this is just the one that I'm using right now. So this is the Skinny Syrups brand, and I just love these because there are no calories in them. These are available on Amazon. You can get them other places. Sometimes I get them at like Marshall's and Home Goods as well, but this brand is available on Amazon along with a bunch of other brands, and you can get them in like a pack of quite a few. I think they sell like 3 packs. They also sell like little ones if you just want to test a few out. These syrups are so good. I've tried literally like a million flavors. This is just the current one, but I highly recommend if you guys want to kind of like switch up your coffee, or you could also get different flavors and put them in like cocktails and a whole bunch of stuff. They're really versatile. So if you guys like to switch up your coffee or just sweeten it a lot, I freaking love them. I highly recommend them. All right, y'all, if you're into planners, or even if you're like a teacher or anything like that, Amazon is such a good place to get your stickers. This is like a huge pack that I got. I like wish I could kind of like give you a full example of how big this is. It's actually kind of cool because it has some of these like opaque stickers. Then it actually came with a whole bunch of these like translucent stickers that you don't see the backing. Like, you can basically see through them. It's a huge pack. I think this came with like 1,000 stickers literally, and I want to say this was like $5 or something like that, maybe 7. It was super affordable. They're kind of girly, like they're just very trendy. They've got cute fonts, all different colors. They have a bunch of like the holidays over here, and they actually have like doubles of a lot of the pages, so you're not gonna like run out of them anytime soon. I've actually used quite a bit it. These are really, really good. I love them. They're so affordable and you get so many and there's like a million different options. And then my husband actually got these for me off of Amazon. These are like little mini washi tapes. These are super thin. I hope you can kind of tell. They're super, super, super thin. Like each different design that you guys see is one roll. So they're super thin, which I love for just like doing kind of little more detailed stuff. I don't really like anything like too thick or bold. And you get a ton of these in here. I don't even know how many is in here. There's got to be like 30. There's so many, probably more. And super, super affordable. So Amazon's a really good place just to get some affordable like planner or school stuff. Like I said, if you're a teacher and there's just like a million things to choose from. So the next item I'm just gonna show briefly because it's extremely dirty and I'm in the middle of trying to figure out how to like really like thoroughly deep clean them. But we have gotten all of our gardening gloves off of Amazon. I know they can kind of be like an annoying thing to buy and there's a million different kinds. We don't do anything like too hardcore, but we have been doing a lot of gardening and yard stuff. So we've been using the crap out of these. And there's a few different kinds. My husband uses these. They're kind of like fabric on one side and then they're like plastic on this side. So they're like pretty durable and like waterproof, at least, you know, kind of on the bottom portion of your hand. And then the ones I use are just these, like they're mostly just fabric. I guess they're probably just cotton, but they have a little bit of like a coating on the bottom part where your hand is to protect them. But they're super, super affordable on Amazon and they're just like easy to get on Amazon. I feel like rather than going to the store and like there's a million options and sometimes they can get kind of pricey and obviously like gloves that are just gonna get kind of gross. So I don't know, they're not something that I would want to like invest a ton of money in, but I do get them all on Amazon. So I will link those for you just because they're like easy and they're cheap. And if you're not like an intense gardener and you don't want like, you know, a leather, you know, fancy pair, these are a really good option. And then I also want to mention another garden kind of product. So the other item is garden flags. And I have like this little bin. This is just from the dollar store, but I have a whole bunch in here. It's hard to honestly remember even like which ones specifically are from Amazon. I'll just show you a couple as an example. I got this one just to like have for the winter time. I had this out because this is kind of like wintry. It's not like straight Christmas. This was my Christmas one. It just says Merry Christmas and it has that little like red truck on it. And then I have a New Year's one here. This one and this one I think came in a pack and these are like burlap or something. They're like very, very good quality, like super durable. This one just says Happy New Year with a bunch of fireworks. So they're really, really affordable on Amazon. If you guys have, this is not from Amazon, but this is what I'm referring to. If you have like one of those little like stakes that you put garden flags hanging on, either like by your mailbox or in your garden, Amazon's a really good place. Sometimes they can be a little bit hard to find, but they can also be kind of expensive too. Like I don't want to pay more than like $10 maximum for them because they just sit outside and they get kind of dirty. Sometimes they fly away. So it's not something that I want to invest a ton of money in, but I love having a bunch of different options. I will link the ones that I do have from Amazon, and just in general, if you guys are looking for garden flags, Amazon is just like a good place to find them for affordable, and they're pretty good quality. I'm always just like laughing at how random these hauls get, I swear. I have hauled this semi-recently, but I needed to mention it because I'm obsessed with it. It's a book sleeve, which I feel like a lot of people probably like don't even use or necessarily need, but for me, I definitely do. So this is obviously just kind of like something that you slide your book in, whatever book you're reading, and this is a medium size. I'll link the exact one, but it comes in a bunch of different patterns and a ton of different sizes. This is like the perfect size though, because obviously it fits a book that's like a little bit smaller, but this fits like your standard hardcover book too, because literally every book that I own fits in here. It's the perfect height, the perfect width. There's a lot of different ones on Amazon. Some of them are more expensive and have like a little bit more like padding in them, but all I needed this for was because like when I go to and from work, I always bring a book with me just because I don't really like to be without a book, just in case like I have some downtime or I'm bored. I like to have a book to read. So all my books were starting to get kind of damaged and dog-eared from constantly putting them in and out of my purse and then like leaving them on the counter and then shuffling them all over the place. Like it just wasn't protected, and I liked my books to stay in good condition. So this is the perfect little thing. It keeps your book away from any other thing. Like even if it's in your backpack, if you go to school, or your work bag or your briefcase, it's just a good way to keep your book away from anything that could like damage it, rip it, tear it, dog ear it. I think it's also just freaking cute. It's just a really good way to keep your book safe, and it's just freaking adorable. I freaking love it. I literally just want like a million. So I love these. They're super affordable. I think it's like one of those things that like you don't realize that you need it until you hear about it because you didn't even know it existed, and then you're like, I freaking need a book sleeve. So this has been also one of like my most used things that I've gotten, and I love it. The next thing I want to mention, just because I'm thinking of it, it's gonna be hard to show, but the camera wrist strap that I have on my camera, obviously you know what I'm talking about though. It's like this little wrist strap that attaches to your camera. These are so good. The one that came with my camera, I've had my camera for years, and it finally broke when we were on our cruise, so I had to order something kind of in a pinch, and the set I got, I think it came with two. These are so so freaking good. They're just simple and black. They're super, super cheap. What I think is really nice about them is they have like a little sliding notch, kind of like if you have like a lanyard, you know how to have that little notch so you can like, or sometimes it's just a bead and you can like tighten it up to your neck or you can leave it down. It has that, but it's very like secure and like kind of tight. So if you do like need to make it really small, it stays, like it will not move, or you can obviously expand it and make it the full size. But it's a really like good quality camera wrist strap, which is like, I never thought I'd be over here talking about camera wrist straps, but I'm really impressed by this one. It's really, really nice. They also, I think, make other colors. So if you wanted to get like kind of cute with it and do other colors on your camera, you could do that too. But I wanted to mention that in case y'all need that. I know some people also use these for their external hard drive. If you know, put a little lanyard on them to like not lose track of them, that's also something you can use this for. I mean, there's a million uses for something like this, but these are really good ones at a really good price. So I just wanted to mention those. And then I wanted to mention that just two little techie, well, they're not even techie, but they're like accessories for your techie things. So our TV is obviously mounted to the wall. Like, I'm obviously not gonna really be able to show you much about this. We got the wall mount from Amazon. It's such a good wall mount. It's like a really, really good price. I don't even know what size this is, but obviously it's adjustable for like different size TVs, but a lot of them can be extremely expensive. But the one we have is not like crazy overpriced. It was super like easy to install ourselves. We have put this TV on and off it a few times, and it's so easy to take the TV on and off of. It's super, super secure. It's just like a good quality mount, and it has a ton of really, really good reviews on Amazon. So I will link the TV mount in case y'all are needing one. This is a really good one to grab. So my husband's here and he can give some more information. But if y'all work from home or just like to kind of switch up your monitor setup, as you can see, my husband has one of his monitors vertically arranged, which this is him. How come you like the vertical arrangement?
I like it because, as you can see, I have a super wide monitor, and what's nice is that if you're working,
do you mean tall or wide?
It's wide. If it's the right orientation, it's very wide.
Oh.
So I turn it sideways.
I see what you're saying.
But if you have a document or anything that you're reading or writing,
that's like long, then
you have to constantly scroll page to page. But with this, you could get to basically just see the whole document, like multiple pages, uninterrupted.
Yeah, so, and it looks kind of cool too.
And I can also like more easily just stack
like multiple windows.
Yeah, multiple things.
Oh yeah, that's true. And it's, I mean, it's pretty nondescript. I mean, it's not like super obtrusive on the desk. As you can see, it like clamps on, so there's a lot of cords back here, but it's pretty secure. And then you it can do side mounted too, right? Like normal.
Side mounted? Yeah, that's what this is.
But you can do two next to each other.
I can for sure.
Yeah. So I guess you don't have to do it vertically, but this is just a cool idea and a cool suggestion. But if you do, wow, it's dusty back here. We should really wipe these. But if you just need something to mount your monitors, just so they're not like sitting on your desk, as you can see, these are like totally suspended off the desk, so you don't have anything taking up a bunch of room here. It just attaches to the back and kind of just like holds them there. You can move these up and down and side to side and twist them around, so you can kind of customize how you want your setup to be. But we've had this for probably like a year at least.
Yeah.
Maybe longer. And I mean, it works really good. He's never had any problems with it.
These are really heavy.
The monitors are heavy?
Yeah, so the fact that it's holding this, no problem.
This is obviously pretty affordable, and it's a good quality device. So if y'all need to hook your monitors up with a cool new setup, it's definitely a good idea. Okay guys, so I think that's all I'm going to talk about today. I feel like I just talk a lot, and I don't like these videos to get too long, so that you can just come and get the information you need, which is random stuff from Amazon that you didn't know you needed, and get out of here and get to shopping. And I do these videos a lot. I have like a ton of Amazon videos, and I always have a ton more of these videos coming, so make sure you subscribe. And I can also link some of my other Amazon videos if you want to check those out. Like I said, I have a whole bunch, and they have so much good stuff in them. I think that was probably enough for today. I think I did like 12 items or something, so I feel like that's kind of a lot, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, everything will be linked down below per usual. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here, and until next time, I will see you guys in our next video. Bye guys.